Just over 10 years ago, I walked out my flat window and fell about 30 foot and broke pelvis, ribs, punctured my spleen, liver and bladder, cracked teeth, cracked my skull, 2 blood clots on the right hand side of my brain, bruising at the front of my brain, and there was one other thing, but I can't remember it.
There's loads of different ways you can have an acquired brain injury. You know, one day you're fine and the next day somebody takes your scan and thought, oh, she's got a great big tumour in the middle of her brain. It's quite devastating to be told that when you're not expecting it, you know. So it's nice to have other people who've been through similar things.
I had a stroke at 38 and that got me talking again and doing things for myself, like eating. Yeah. I couldn't talk.
Ceartas wanted to have a workshop for all the staff to find out what it was like to have a traumatic or acquired brain injury, you know, from people themselves. And I was like, this is brilliant, because I was used to having doors closed on me. Ceartas made a huge difference.
Ceartas was an independent advocacy service. We worked with individuals whose circumstances were difficult, who were maybe in a crisis and needing a lot of support. And we gave them that support and we worked with them as individuals on a one-to-one basis. But we felt we needed to do that wee bit more. We needed to provide support when there wasn't a crisis, so we could be there working alongside them at different times in their life. We felt that maybe a group approach was the best thing to do. We presented opportunities and people grabbed it with both hands, and that's been a real encouragement to see the growth in our group work.
It can be soul destroying, that if someone doesn't understand.
Because sitting, apart from the chair, I think I'm normal. And some people walk around, maybe they've had a stroke. They can't tell immediately. It's a hidden thing.
It's about involving people, not just telling individuals and forgetting them. So when people are at the heart of the organisation, they can take responsibility. And you know, I think that has been a real success because we respect the contribution that people make.
And we have different speakers, and we vote on which speakers, you know, we would like for the coming calendar year. And we all make suggestions. I have a lot of time on my hands and I get very bored. It's nice to have something to do when I'm well enough. There are days when I've just got, my headaches are so bad I can't do anything. You just put a good face on it and take your painkillers. And anything you need, they'll find out and they'll signpost you to anything at all. They're so helpful.
I think there's so many people with a brain injury, and isolation is such a sad thing. I thought, well, you know, if we can get a group organised and it'll make a difference to some people's lives, and not just the people themselves, but their families and their friends, because it's not just an individual injury, it affects family and friends. There's so many people who don't know about Ceartas and the advocacy work that they do. These people are deprived because Ceartas will find the help that you're entitled to.
Having people who use our services involved at the heart of Ceartas hasn't always been easy, but it's certainly been worth it.
And the winner of the People's Choice Award for Service User Participation and Influence is Ceartas Advocacy.